Over the summer, we saw so many musicals take stages throughout the country. Some of them were produced here in Korea, while others were produced abroad. Today, our Yim Yoonhee joins me with yet another musical that's gaining recognition. Good afternoon, Yoonhee.
Good afternoon. Right. So earlier this summer, we actually saw the musical Mozart produced, and that is obviously about one of the greatest legends in classical music. But what many people didn't know is that Mozart actually in real life had an arch rival. Now, Antonio Salieri was another musical genius, and it looks like their rivalry went beyond their death and into the musical stage. So take a look.
The Italian classical composer comes back to life on the musical stage. A pivotal figure in the development of 18th century operas, Antonio Salieri taught some of the most famous musicians of all time, including Schubert, Beethoven, and Liszt. But throughout history, the classical composer has been hidden beneath the shadow of Mozart, his arch rival. Now, the story of Salieri and his musical career comes into the spotlight as a dynamic and engaging performance. Also at the Sejong Center, for 2 nights only at the Grand Theater, one of the most beloved operas is set to take the stage. A collaboration between Korea's Seoul Opera and Italy's Rome Opera House, Tosca is one of Puccini's most performed tragic operas. It's a story about love and death, and the captivating opera singer Tosca, who falls in love with the artist Cavaradossi. But their happy love story starts to fall apart when the chief of police finds himself infatuated with Tosca as well. Tragedy awaits this plot of love and jealousy, a performance being put on by the experienced and talented Italian artistic team, along with some of Korea's top opera singers.
So is it the first time that the group of Italian opera singers and for that production company to have collaborated?
Right, so actually they have performed together before. Earlier this year, they performed The Elixir of Love. And so, this is really a unique opportunity to see some Italian opera performers because obviously Italy has one of the greatest, richest histories in opera and classical music. And Korea's history is not as long, but there's, so much we can learn from this opera theater, this opera troupe. And then there's so much also that Korea can offer to the global opera audience as well.
And there was something about the production team that there was the Korean team, but there's also other foreign production teams you mentioned.
Right, so this is a very integrated collaboration. So the stage designer, the director, the producer, the costume designer, they're all from Italy, from the Rome group, from the Rome troupe. And so very interesting collaboration with Korean singers. And so you get to see some, unique costumes from abroad, very rich, extravagant stage decorations. But at the same time, you can hear Korean vocals, Korean singers.
And you mentioned before the newscast that there's even a festival for the musical lovers here in Korea.
Exactly. So the 14th Daegu International Opera Festival is set to take place this year in October.
It's such an interesting festival.
Yes, a very interesting festival where they're going to offer quite a bit this year. You're going to see Turandot, La Traviata, Romeo and Juliet, some very big name operas. And so this is another festival that really allows Korea to globalize the Korean opera and to show it to the world audience, the global audience. And so in the past, they actually have been abroad to various countries to show Korean performers and to collaborate as well. And so another great performance that'll be taking place in October, and I'll have more information as it comes around.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Yoonhee, for your report today.
It was a pleasure.